Hello and welcome to the second season of USask Science. In this episode, we'll be covering dry beans in Saskatchewan. The pulse industry was expanding rapidly during the mid-90s. The dry bean sector of the industry grew every year in Western Canada since then. The Alberta and Manitoba dry bean industries continued to expand, and the Saskatchewan dry bean industry was beginning to develop during that time period as well. Dry bean research efforts at the Crop Development Centre, also known as the CDC, and the University of Saskatchewan, focused on developing low-cost harvesting systems that would allow for beans to be harvested in the dark brown soil zone of Saskatchewan. The two main areas of research were plant breeding and harvest equipment modification. On the plant breeding front, the goal was to develop earlier maturing varieties with improved harvestability. The engineering research was successful in the harvesting front as well. The same is true for the plant breeding research. Newer cultivars were released to a small seed company for mass propagation after the cultivars were bred. The names of both of them were CDC Espresso and CDC Nighthawk. Both lines have early maturity and upright canopy suitable for swathing if plant development is normal. Later, a small white cultivar was released in 1995 for the white bean market. Within the next few years following that, pinto beans, red beans, and Great Northern beans, as well as pink beans, became available in cultivar form in Saskatchewan. All these lines were early maturing, as well as suitable for narrow row cultivation on dry land soils. Another breeding program was also initiated in 1994 with the assistance of the SIDC. Part of this project involved gaining knowledge of the non-shattering trait, which prevents seed pods from shattering and spreading their seeds. It was analyzed from a utility standpoint and genetic nature. At the same time, the University of Saskatchewan worked with the CIAT to improve germplasm found in Colombia, specifically improving harvestability of the species and disease resistance, which would be applied to both Saskatchewan and Colombia. This alliance also granted the university access to the Colombian landscape, granting this university the ability to produce more generations of specific genetic lines to be tested to see if they're suitable as a cultivar. Around the same time, a graduate student project carried out by Blaine Rexdider also was completed. The first result discovered was the agronomic value of the non-shattering trait. Breeding lines that uniformly expressed the non-shattering trait showed less harvest loss by a significant margin in comparison to the cultivars that had normal expressing pods. The genetic studies that came out of this project discovered that the trait is controlled by a single gene, making it easy to breed into future generations. And that about covers everything. Thank you for watching. If you want to donate to my channel, the links are below. If you want to buy my book, you can also find that link in the description box below.